Pain. Pan. The devil. Whoop. What was that? Not meant. Drawing some entertainment sticks. Oh, maybe I get drunk from this. Huh? Oh. I don't drink so much. A little bit makes me. It's time? No, it's 3 minutes. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, so now it says Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. No one answers. We are not in India. Namaskar. Namaskar. No, Namaskar is like we have many scars already from so much seeking. Namaskar. Scar face, scar. Maybe the both have the scars on the backside from too much meditation, sitting. Ask me something. I get lost in my silliness, and then actually that I like most. Silly, be silly.
What do you mean by having your back door open?
Your carelessness. You don't collect the moment. The collector is out of work. One is too lazy to collect. And one is too lazy to explain even to oneself how one is. How was I, how am I, how I will be. It's really a lot of effort. Keeping record, wow. Too much, huh? Being always alert and watching and always explaining people how one is and why one has done or not done something. Oh, I'm much too lazy for that. So laziness saves me. So being lazy is a backdoor. You just don't collect the shit which people drop on you. Well, such shit on under. Because everyone wants to share, but not what you want. Sharing.
When you need like your address or your PIN number or something, it's just there.
If I understand you, I would. You have to maybe speak English, not Australian.
It's not Australian accent.
I say no one understands you. I can guess what you say.
It's not my accent, it's because I've got no teeth. It's not.
I have one that I come close to it.
It's amazing when they come out, the first thing you try to speak and it's like you can't actually make the sound.
Yeah, you cannot pronounce it as you like to be. You can't even. It's a strange feeling, no?
Yeah.
And everyone looks like you. So slowly.
If you need to remember your address or your PIN number or something.
Then I have my more smartphone.
But there's a way that some things just come when they need
Maybe
to.
or maybe not, but if it doesn't come, I have my phone.
Yeah.
Just in case. But normally it comes, but if it doesn't come, I have my little helper, like. It's all written in the cloud somewhere, so I can always go there and know who I am. My birth control, my whatever certificate of birth and death. In India, if you have a certificate, it's already your death certificate. It's your birth and death certificate at once. You get it. It's amazing. Someone showed me his birth certificate, but it's already a death certificate. Just have to fill it out. It's very obviously.
Practical.
Yeah, very practical. They don't waste paper. They waste plastic maybe, but not paper. No, it's like having the back door open is carelessness. May happen what happens. Who fucking cares? But you don't even care when you care. Caring happens naturally, but there's no one who cares that caring happens. So I totally care about everything, but I don't care that I care. So it's not like a story of a caretaker who keeps record what I have done or not done, or should have done, or all that boo. Am I a good person? Am I a bad person? So I'm from the beginning a bad person. Cannot get worse. And trying to be a good person confirms that you are a bad one, or not. Who else would try to be a good one if you're not a bad one? So trying to be good is very bad. Try to be bad, you must be good. It's just, I'm twisting everything, you know that. Just looking from a different angle or something. And then you get lost in all possibilities of points of views. So we just get lost in all possibilities. Don't have this fixed point of personality point of view. I'm looking from a nationality, from a born in Australia, talking like that, and or German, and this one. What you are has no nationality. It's never born. It has no language for it from whatever it's speaking. It's just a whatever repetition of some learned stuff from whatever thing. So what you are has nothing to defend. That's the main thing. You have to defend yourself. You don't need a defense system.
Do you think that it changes a lot faster when you're not attached to those identity structures?
I'm too lazy to be attached. I don't have to make an effort not to be attached. You have to make an effort to be attached. So be lazy. Lazy is saving everything. Lazy is the solution for everything. Be lazy. Be that what you are, the laziest bastard you are by nature. Like a baby, the tit comes by itself, not by, come mama, whatever. No, it's like laziness. That's actually the nature. They call it a yani. It's the laziest you can find, because he has never done anything. And for sure is too lazy to collect his story. Because it needs a collector to have a personal story. Without collecting it, there is no, it's really an effort to remember what happened. What have I done or not done? Wow.
Life manifests either way, doesn't it? Whether you're trying to...
It happened by itself anyway. It was never, you never had to do anything with it. You could not control it anyway. So it's all the circumstance that dictates everything. So why should you make it personal or impersonal? You enjoy the show. You just enjoy that whatever comes and goes or doesn't. You don't have to know what comes and goes. It's a fleeting events anyway. Fleeting. Shadow world. And collecting the shadows, you have to be the shadow yourself. So you want to be a shadow of yourself, or you want to be the light who makes a shadow? So don't be a shadow of yourself. You experience a shadow, but you're not the shadow. It's more than easy, but impossible to do. So that is meant by having the back door open, because it's like a river running through you. It's like a river of events, a river of sensational events running through, and it's like a miracle of sensational blah. It's like wonderland. Like all is in wonderland. All is in wonderland. You're wondering about how can that fucking happen? What is going on?
You don't need to know any of it. You don't need to have any of it. It just comes through.
It comes anyway through. It always came through. You have to make an effort to close your back door and your front door. It's an effort. You make a defense system around you, like a stronghold. Like you are a king of a stronghold, like a castle. Then you have to defend your personal belongings and all of that. My standpoint, my concept of how it has to be. And I am from here. It's fucking exhausting. That makes you old.
Also keeps it fresh. If both doors are open, you can get a nice...
Yeah, fresh breeze. It's always a fresh breeze of you don't know what. It's like wind going through. Wind, windy, most windy. Windy, windy. Stormy weather. Oh, today is very windy. No, just to say, laziness is wonderful. And everyone, your whole world, people told you have to make an effort, you have to do something, you have to be somebody, you have to be successful, and this one, and you have to make a name or something. You have, it's like a dog running after some rabbits. How can I do it? No, here it's not a workshop. Here it's not for working. No one comes for me to working. This is to drop the worker. This is a lazy daisy something. So in that sense, and you don't have to compete in laziness, because lazy is lazy. Or if there you can compete, I'm more lazy than you. But it's maybe a good competition. I have done less than you. You have done nothing. I didn't do any. Not even nothing I did. Oh, fuck. So otherwise I could not make these talks for now 22 years or something, 23 years. If I would collect what I have said, if I would remember what I said yesterday, and I'm much too lazy, so for me it has to be fresh laziness of freshness of the wind of words, of empty words, and it's just blah blah blah. Sometimes it sounds good, sometimes not so good, but it's okay. But it's just a mood I can present, the mood of carelessness. Maybe it's contagious. So I'm not here to be a teacher and you have to learn something or something. I have no interest that anyone can repeat what I said or something. I'm happy that you forget it right away. So, what else?
Anybody that sat there from that same place would speak something totally unique to themselves.
You have to decide yourself. If there's somebody sitting who is fishing before he answers, like he's working out an answer, because you have a question and he works out an answer which is profound or something what is fitting, or it's just reflecting, just comes like an echo. You have to decide yourself. For me, if I had to fish for the words for an answer, I would be exhausted afterwards. I'm just, it's no pre-thinking. It's just, so in that way it doesn't exhaust me. It's just comes from I don't know where. What? If I have to find the words or write whatever, you see already I'm stumbling. No. Otherwise I have to be John de Ruyter, like half an hour fishing and then answering.
But is there not evil in the world, Karl?
What?
Is evil not a real thing that you have to guard?
Everything is evil. Everything. From the beginning. Awareness is evil.
Have you met a psychopath before?
I only met psychopaths. Show me anyone who is not a psychopath. This is a sick house. This is a psychic hospital, and the doctors are the worst patients. The awakened ones, they are really sick. The only psychopaths you might. Mass murder. Everyone who believes that he is born, he murdered himself. The worst crime you can commit. That you take being born as real. That is already you killed yourself. By that you have to suffer, because you're something what can die. From the beginning. You're born, you get a life sentence, and on top of it, a death penalty. Instantly. So, you can only meet mass murderers. Mothers are the really mass murderers. Fathers who spend their sperm and murdering kids who are born. That is murderer. Criminal act. Sex. Joking. The sex is crime. And what comes out of it is the outcome of crime. Yeah, if you see it like that, how can you put kids into this world of criminal mass murderers, huh? But can you help it? Your desire makes all this happening. You want to find a sense of life, some purpose. And then you think, if I have a kid and I have a purpose of life, and it makes sense to work and my ass off, because as a kid I have to work for and have a family. Otherwise, the laziness takes over, and you're so afraid of being lazy, because in laziness you cannot exist as a person. So you need a purpose, and a big purse for your kids, for your pocket money. So out of fear that otherwise you have no purpose in life. It doesn't make any sense. You have to make sense otherwise why should you work, huh? Not for the family, for your whatever, legacy. It's a very nice word, my legacy. Wow. Sounds good. All the kings with a legacy. Yeah. So it's all what you can say is like you're fucked up by whatever, conditioning. From the beginning as a baby you get fucked up. You have to prove that you exist, you have to be worth, be a son or a daughter, you have to be a good father, you always have to prove that you're a good member of mass murderers. Then you become a satellite father or mother. You know that always watching now the kids that nothing can happen. They cannot even walk these days. Maybe they could stumble. Just carry them all the way. Careful. Chalaba, huh? In Spain too? I know you look at me and what is this guy talking about? My niños. Oh. What would I do without my kids? Yeah, double grandpa. Now he has a purpose. I told him, now he has to make a lot of money that he make a heritage for his kids. This lazy bastard. I already spent my sperm. What else can I do? My precious light coming out of my lens, my whatever. Esoteric ideas. Huh? So, more questions about killing. So the only suicide is believing that you're born. There's no other suicide. Any moment you're believed to be born, you killed yourself. If that is reality, having a body, being born, that you can die, you are killed, you are dead. Dead born. Only because what can born is dead. Life is never born, so how can that be life? So whatever is born is already dead. Then you believe in something what is born which is already dead. Zombie. The walking dead. Walking, talking dead. Yeah, Anasuya, huh? And then you don't want to come back. As a walking, talking dead Anasuya. Yeah, so what else?
So the actual birth itself, before you believe that you are, the actual process of birth,
you cannot avoid it. It's like the moment you innocently whatever, awareness as a baby, and then suddenly it gets hammered into you that you are this body and thing, you get conditioned, and what else can you? It's too late now anyway. It's by accident or by circumstances.
It's the stream of life being born continuously.
Yeah, you just tune into that community. It's like when you go to a Ramana ashram or to some ashram or to some other places where a different frequency, you tune in and then you have a different experience. But if you're born in a family and think, you just tune into that family, into that relative tune or something. You cannot help it. You have no idea how to resist it. Because for what you are, there is no difference. It doesn't make you less or something. You just tune in to your circumstance. And maybe then it's just the frequency takes over. And then, what to do? You're innocent. Your innocence is always, you get trapped instantly. Whatever. Because all sensations suck you in. Sensational, whatever. And then you fall in love with something, because you cannot help it. As falling in love with that what is, because you are that. How can you not fall in love with what you are? And by falling in love, you tune into that circumstance. And there's nothing wrong with it. But I'm here to remind you, you're tuned in, but you will tune out again. And what you are by being tuned in is not less. You didn't lose anything. You didn't lose your nature by being tuned in the body or in a person. But this is not your own reality. This is not your all what you are. You're not limited by that. You don't stop at your skin. You reach out into eternity. Any moment, your eternity. You're stretching out your wings of perception into the infinite. So you're not limited to this person. So this person is not wrong. Just to think that you are trapped in that person, there are limits for you. That is maybe your dream. You have to wake up from this limited boundaries around you. There are no boundaries for you. You stretch out into this infinite, eternal, stretch your wings of perception and be what you are, because this is what you are. And there are no borders. There are only your belief systems are limiting you. So I'm asking you to, in my case, like I had to take 5 years in a row peyote, day by day, just to cross my perception limits. Being in the absence and the presence similarities, that being limited and unlimited, just getting used to that. So but that didn't make me more, but it just was crossing the limits. And I was not afraid of it. Some they get crazy by that because they don't know where they are anymore. Am I in the distance of the Penas, whatever, Saturn or somewhere, or the planet there, or being here? You get confused. But I was lucky that I was maybe stable enough. So I would not advise somebody to do the same.
But every day.
Yeah, every day. 5 years. I put peyote in champagne and every day I sip from it. Huh? I wanted to know it. I'm extreme. I'm totally an absolute terrorist and extreme in it. I don't go for half of it. I go the whole way. And fuck it, if I die or not. But you cannot decide it to be that. It's call it by grace, by whatever. Or being born as a farmer's son, being really on earth and not being afraid of anything. So when you're really grounded, you can explode into anything. So maybe you need all of that. Who knows? I have no idea. But all of that is story. So everyone has a different approach or something. So you cannot compare anything. It was always perfect for just that and only existence knows absolutely what has to happen for you, what comes next. Sometimes it's a bit extreme, sometimes not. And you wait and it takes a bit more or something. But it's always as it has to be. It never makes any mistake.
As long as you never get to know it and believe that you are it.
To what?
As long as you don't start to believe that you are that or know it, you know, it's always when it's fresh, it's coming in now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think one should be soft with oneself, not raping oneself. One has to maybe a sense of when I'm ready, and not just I have to and then doing and blah blah blah, and then you get a total confusion and it doesn't help. You have to be step by step cautious and like Vipassana, aware of the speed you go for it or something. Don't make Kundalini exercises and go to some Himalaya master and get your fontanella open too early, because it can maybe you end up where you don't want to be. So it has to be. I have many in Germany now. There's an American Samapan. He explained he's not ready, so he was for 20 years a guru or satsang teacher, and now he went to India again, has a new master, Kundalini master, whatever, energy, Shakti path. And now his old disciples, they sit at home and tune into the master, and exercises and meditation things, and they all cannot sleep anymore, and they all freak out, because they're not in the presence of one who can hold them. It needs to be in some whatever space where you can have whatever. There is someone who knows how being what you can take, and not you sitting somewhere alone and you get all the Shakti paths and Shakti blah blah blah, and everything, the Kundalini runs wild and thing, and you cannot sleep anymore and you freak out in your brain.
And a lot of them are the ones that end up in the psychiatric ward.
Where?
In the psychiatric hospital.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then you find them later, and even that, I had a friend, Rani from Holland. She was end of the 90s. She thought he was awake, but she took it personal, and she gave these talks and things. He made whatever cosmic energy through her. After 2 years, she was so sick. She developed cancer, and this one, she was mentally. She had to go to hospital. And she could not take it. It was just too much. So if someone sits in that position and it's whatever, letting it through, and take it personal, as if he can do it, and it takes something from the body. It's not easy for the body and for the structure of your brain and your whole system. So if you're half cooked and you do as if you're full cooked, then you should maybe make another cooking lesson. So there are many half cooked, and then after 1-2 years they have to give up because it's unbearable. The same as if you're on the way and you run too fast. I don't know.
The whole thing's a cooking lesson, really, isn't it? You can not cook it enough as well. You can overcook it and you not cook it enough.
Yeah, raw.
Yeah.
Raw cooked, raw meat. But I rather would make it slowly, because you have all the time of the world. Just step by step. Because whoever comes to me, I know it's already a leftover from all the other cooking sessions. They all went to Osho, they all went to Papaji, they all went to so many teachers and things. So they made all the meditation techniques and all the dynamic thing, and they are just leftovers from all the. So they are widows of all the other chefs. In a way. So I can be careless here. So if I sometimes see one who is not ready for it, I don't do anything with him. And then I tell him, you better go. Just go and make a little detour. Go to that one or go there where I'm not. Maybe it's a bit early. Because it's not it can make you a bit gaga. Not that it's dangerous for what you are, but for your vehicle it can be. Maybe you need some mechanic afterwards. Mechanical problem. Some screw is loosened. You have to. So if anyone feels that it's too much, then that is why sometimes I don't look at somebody, because looking at someone is always dangerous. Yeah, you see, I'm the Castaneda's all this thing. I'm not in any Indian tralala. I come straight from Castaneda, from Don Juan, from all this shamanistic, and it all goes through the eye. The seer. The seer sees the seer, the absolute. It all goes, it's like a stream of whatever. The eye is looking at that, what is the eye? And it penetrates not from outside. As I'm talking to that what you are, you get penetrated from inside. So I don't have to even cross your armor or something. I don't have to penetrate you. I don't have to transmit anything. It just initiates something inside, and then it does the work by itself. So I'm being too lazy to penetrate someone or transmit something. I've just talked to myself, and by that it's already tick, tack. Yeah. So in that sense. But otherwise I'm just a cowboy from Germany.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Like when I'm here, like sometimes I just have like, I don't know, like
A crumb?
no, that's bad. Like clothes in the house, but here, you know, like just like.
Yeah. Something is blocked.
Some, yeah, is that like what?
Quoi? Quoi? No, it's like maybe, I don't know, maybe you're questioning or whatever, what can want to come out is you don't dare to pronounce it or something. That's like whatever, I have no idea. I can wait until the block is gone. I rather talk so much nonsense that you're not afraid about having a nonsense question. Yeah, some things they have to have a profound question or something. It has to be spiritual or something. Not here. You can ask me anything. I can answer everything. One or the other, it doesn't have to be true what I say. That's my advantage. Doesn't have to be profound. Yeah. Body sensations, huh?
Yeah, but I have that. It's always.
So, your thymus has to open.
Sorry?
Your thymus glands. You know the thymus glands? When you're a baby, you have a full functional thymus gland. You can put a baby on the balcony, and when it's -5 degrees, she would not freeze.
Yeah.
Because the thymus glands is full on, like the heat. And as older you get, it's closing down. It gets smaller and smaller. You have to, that's why you have to hit it along. A lot of time, hitting every day, hit. Knock on the door, and then it may wake up again.
Really?
Yeah. knock on heaven's door. Yeah, it's your immune system. Makes you strong.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah, knock. It's like, because growing up means it gets smaller. When you're 14, it's really full on, and then it gets less and less, and then you age by that. And if you don't want to age, you have to knock every day. You see, now you don't know if I make the jokes or you're serious. You will never know with me if I'm joking or if it's true. But many have that experience. They come to Arunachala or to Thiru, and then they have this burning here, in this chest burning. They have this all from here, the thing, and then the chest is like feel the heat, but even here, from here. So it seems like Arunachala is making it on again, like putting it on again, the fire inside. It's like so they need air conditioning. Yeah. Just body things. Side effects. We can talk about side effects. They are not needed, but they come by the way. So if you're, as more you maybe go into that give attention to that what you are, what is energy, the side effects may come. So we can talk free about it, that there will be side effects. The side effects are but not the important thing, but they're just a side effect. But many think that they create side effects, and by the side effects that happens. No, it's the opposite. Because you get closer to what you are, and like you become more that, or not you become it, you just, the carelessness takes over or something. Then the side effect is that the body gets more energetic. It's running more freely, the energy too, because there's no controller anymore. There's no one who is here like controlling my body and thing and paying too much for organic food. No. It happens. In many cases, it's like Yuji Krishnamurti or many have this, or Nisargadatta had this effects, this burning sensations in the body. So when every cell in your body wakes up to this God particle, whatever, wakes up to what it is, it becomes very energetic. It's like an electricity runs through your whole existence, and then, yeah. So, we can talk about it, but no one is interested. Huh? Normally everyone is interested. But here it seems like...
Body sensations.
What?
Body sensations.
Body sensation. I like them. Everyone likes them. But one should not take it so seriously, but they come. Some cases more, some cases less. But they are part of the whatever. Yeah, good. Then we talked about it. No, Amish, shaking and all that happens, and then it calms down. If the snake wakes up, snake business. Yeah, good. Switzerland, huh?
So what would you say to the person, to the guy that feels there's an advantage listening to you?
Listening to me? Yeah, I would agree.
I'm honest.
What?
I'm honest. I feel there's an advantage being here.
Yeah. Why should you be otherwise here? So you should sit there where you feel an advantage and you feel right. And it should be like you don't want to be somewhere else. You just want to be there where you are and not anywhere else. It's not like in the church, you listen, you already want to be to the pub afterwards, you don't want to listen to the priest. You already think about the drink afterwards or something. But if you're there and you cannot imagine to be somewhere else, then then it's okay. And not somewhere in a dreamland somewhere. So if nothing else counts in that moment, it's to be listening to that. So focusing, totally focusing on that, and not distracted by personal agendas. If one lucky, it's rare. So it's not a way, maybe not an advantage, but it seems to be a necessity to give attention totally in that eternal now to that what one is. And then maybe getting used to that this is the only thing what counts. And the rest is just by the way, whatever. Personal life or anything. But the only thing what counts is totally focusing and giving attention to that what you are. And nothing else. So putting attention to that what is attention, permanently. This becomes your meditation, 24/7. And nothing else counts. That is, if there's a purpose to exist, this is a purpose the only purpose which is worth to have a purpose of that, to be what you are. Getting out of this hypnotic state of imagining to be out of it. So it's like first you're hypnotized and then you get dehypnotized by just focusing on that what is soberness I would call it. So from the drunkenness of being drunken by experiences, you get sober, more and more sober. And like For me, it's the best drug you can not get anywhere else, as being that soberness you are. No drug can give you that ecstasy of that soberness you are. This is the only drug without a side effect. There's no hangover. That's the beauty of that drug you are. No side effect and no hangover. So you don't have to recover from it or anything. It's actually you heal yourself by being that what doesn't need to be whole. The only doctor I know which is worth to consider, yourself.
To put attention on that, which is attention, sounds like practice.
Putting attention to that, what is attention, is being quiet. It's being attention, but not having attention. In that there is no ownership in it. So you are attention. By that you own yourself absolutely. But there is no relative ownership. There is no difference between you and attention. So being attention, being perception itself, being the self, it's not that there is one who has a self. There is no myself anymore. There's just attention. There is that whole, holy, whatever, wholeness of your existence, this aloneness, which it's very easy, but no one can have it. So you cannot say my wholeness or my holy whatever.
It feels that I need a slight effort to remind myself.
First you need an effort, but it should be not. It should become just your 24/7 permanent, like a flat line. But first, for sure, you need an attention just by an effort to turn your attention around to that what is attention. And by that sitting here, maybe it's easier. Because it's like you tune into that attention easier. And you're alone, maybe you're totally distracted by other ideas and your life and future, past and family or things. So this is actually like an introduction to that meditation that should be 24/7.
So I have to wait until to be totally...
No, you don't have to wait. You just have to be in that company of effortlessness, more and more, whatever, and then it becomes, you tune in and nothing else counts anymore. Because then you get stabilized into that. So that is self-abidance, abiding in the effortlessness of existence. That doesn't need any effort, but it's easier in the company of that, whatever, what is called satsang or anything. That's the nature of satsang, because there is no difference between the one who talks and the one who is listening. That what is talking is that what is listening. So there's an effortlessness of existence, like a stream of not even presence. You don't even know what is present or unpresent or absence or anything. You're just in that mystery of existence, or call it whatever. So in that sense it's easier. It makes it a bit easier because you cannot get distracted so easily here. So I can keep it a bit more focused. When you're alone, it's quite an effort. It's possible too, but you really have to be it can happen too. But why not make it easy? Or let it be easy. But in the end, you have to be it by yourself. This is just an introduction. It's like an initiation of it. For me, it's better you initiate it and you take it with you and you don't need me anymore. I want you to be independent. I'm not here to make disciples. I'm not here to make devotees. I don't to make addicts. I'm here not be addicted to what you are, but not to this guy. Be independent of this guy who told. This is just an initiation of your independency. So don't take me as a whatever. In that sense, I try to chase out all the people in the beginning, and only the one who has to stay, they will stay anyway, but not because they like me. I don't ask you to like me, because that's impossible. I don't even like myself.
It's why people get attached to Ashram, for example.
Yeah, Ramana Ashram, which he calls them all, they just get addicted to some energetic flock of whatever, nice feeling. It's like, I have no idea. You have to see that like pipe pipers. You know the pipe piper, the one who is catching the rats from Harlem. Then they're counting how many rats they're collecting, how many followers they have, what they have done to their followers, and how many woke up in my presence and something. Wow, help me God. In my presence, no one wakes up. You go to sleep here. When you sleep, what you are is awake by nature. So that doesn't need to wake up. So I put you to sleep, that what you are can be awake without any cover. If you ask me what is, but I cannot do it anyway. It's just by being what I am, it happens by nature, natural. I cannot take it personal, like I'm doing that and you in my presence, blah blah blah. I have no fucking idea. So if I would try to collect disciples, I would more pleasing. I would be more pleasing, and sending some Shakti, creating some pleasant environment. Good. Yeah, something else.
So all these masters, gurus that have been telling me that love is the ultimate, God is
What?
love.
What is the ultimate?
Love is the ultimate, God is the ultimate. That is lying to me.
It's fishing. They want to make an addiction for love. Love is the biggest addiction of all time. You become an addict. You see, it's always a confirmation. In shamanism, that's the confirmation. If something explodes, energetic something, that is always yes. You can trust it.
Were they lying?
Of course they lie. They seem to know what is the truth. They claim that they know the truth is love. They call it something, what is different from something else. It can only be false. It's fake. The one who claims that he knows for sure is a fake one. I absolutely don't know what I am or what I'm not. And I can never claim anything. And I don't have to claim anything to be what I am. So I have no claim. Nothing to defend. And if you call it love, you have to defend it already. You make it a higher goal and higher truth. The truth is not higher or lower or anything. And the truth has no dimension. Whatever has a dimension is relative. So the dimension of love is a relative dimension of love and hate. They both come together. So you better don't know anything about love or hate or anything. Highest truth. The highest goal. If I hear that, I get angry. I do as if, at least. It's a joke. Esoteric jokes. Little Hitlers who want to have a fascistic idea of love. I always like to call Eckhart Tolle a fascist. The new earth. Is that esoteric? They're all esoteric. They all know better how the world has to be. It has to be lovely. It has to be peace. It has to be... Why should it be peace? For who? You think what you are needs peace? What would you say? No. So it doesn't have an idea about peace, because maybe that's the nature of peace, because that peace doesn't know any peace. What is peace and what is not peace? You would never look for a new earth or something where it's more peaceful or anything. In a way, it's a kindergarten of esoteric ideas. They make more money than anyone else with that ideas.
These ideas are so ingrained in me.
They're injected into you.
still don't believe it. So I believe you, but I believe them at the same time.
Well, I have no problem with it. You can believe them all, or you can leave them all. Leaving in. No, we're not here sitting to make something better. If you're in the idea that you need to be better or make the world better or more harmonic or oneness or thing, it's not my field, not at all. There are so many teachers, so many things that are working in that, opening your heart and doing this one, and I'm much too lazy for that. Open your heart. I had this French lady from south of France, she was 20 years ago, in Tiro talked, 2001 or something. You have to open your heart. Yeah, it hurts. Shut up. And she was just the first time, for 5 minutes. You have to open your heart. It hurts. Shut up. No, you have to open your heart. I feel you have to open your heart. You haven't closed heart. After 10 minutes, out. I kicked her out. And another one, they always do that if they don't like what people say. You too. Dirijo. So, and all this, you have to put your female and your male tendencies and thing together, and you have to discover. And then they give satsang. Dirijo. Bong, you see. Love is in the air. Da, 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 da. Sad songs say so much. Elton John, his love songs, you get diabetic from them. Too sweet. Punk, I'm more punk. I'm a punk. Punk. Out of tune. No, the Tao, if you read the first sentence of the Tao, beautiful words are not true. And truth is never beautiful. Truth kills you. It's not beautiful. And you always look for some safe places. And beautiful words are always like a cushion you can sleep on. It's so nice here. A wellness cure of beautiful words and your pure love and your highest thing, whatever, and your self is loving you, acceptance is your nature, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. Oh, lullaby. A lullaby for little babies that they can sleep better. And they want to listen, they like to listen to it. Oh, yes, yes, me too, me too. Cha. And of course, everyone likes it. Everyone buys the books where they get a lullaby. That was called lullaby. You buy a lullaby. Bye-bye. But here's bye-bye. Not a lullaby. Good. Yeah. Something from the higher society. Sitting, the shareholders.
I was listening to a YouTube today, Beyond the Beyond. You were talking about how for 15 years you believed that I am the light.
Yes, I was stupid like that. I have to admit.
So I was just wondering if you could speak more about that experience during that 15 years.
I was a preacher of light. Like people are preachers of love, I was a preacher of light. You are light and you just have to be light and there is no problem. You're light, you're pure light and you're the delight of humanity, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
And what happened after that period?
Yeah, I went to Arunachala and there is a heart cave thing and then as I was able to disconnect my perception from whatever this body, I could go wherever. So I went into the mountain, and the mountain I saw is pure light. It's the creator of the whole universe, coming off this Arunachala. Pure light. Creating all possibilities of whatever the biggest art is. Light, creating lightful and delightful star systems. The whole Milky Way coming off of Arunachala, light. And then one instant, fuck. As I can experience it, I cannot be it. Fuck. I'm not even light. So the last identification dropped by being fuck. Shit, I'm not even light. And in one instant, fuck it. I'm not even light. Fuck. I was quite pissed, but happy. So I didn't have to be even light anymore. I didn't have to tell people that they're light and they have to bring light into the darkness of their life and all of that. Because I was the same preaching, tralala, missionary of light or something. So I cannot blame anyone who's doing it, but because I went through that, I can talk about it and I know how it is. And it's really like, fuck, I'm not even light. But it's such a freedom in it. Because before it, you're even imprisoned by light. By that identification being light, and light is the highest and whatever, and it's all light, the whole universe is light and light. Lighter. So in that sense, Arunachala didn't do anything, just showed me. It's the first and the last illusion. Like the light of awareness, like the awareness which is the source of everything. Awareness creating something, creating light and thing. And that is an experience. So there's not even home in light. I lost the last home I was settling in, landing in, the light. So I was still landed into light. And this was taking even the last home away. So the total homelessness was there. And there was peace. No way to land anywhere. Not even in light or beyond or anywhere. So, what to do? But I think maybe one has to go through all that. And then it will be taken away, because that is called grace. Grace kills everything. The last, which is the first, will be, you can say light is the first and the last you can experience. But what you are will never be an experience. So it's nothing wrong with light, but even that is not what you are. So even that you don't have to defend. No need to keep it or anything. But for the person, it kills you. Because until then I could still take myself personal as light. But even taking that away, this homelessness, there is no one who has any string attached, anything. It just implodes or explodes into not even nothing. Nothing is just another idea. So in that sense, I have to find a big garland to put it around Arunachala, but till now I couldn't find one. And you cannot go anymore because there's fucking forest there. Wow. I hate John Button. You know John Button? Yeah.
I do, he's a friend.
Yeah, I know. He came in Byron Bay to the talk. I know him from. I told him, I hate you. The one who planted all these bloody trees there, destroyed all the naked truths.
And John Seed as well.
Huh?
John Seed.
Yes, John Seed, even worse.
Is he?
Wow, the name already, so John Seed. Putting all the seeds
John Seed and John Button.
Yeah, John Seed and John Button. Always is Johns, huh?
Yeah, John.
You know what John in America is, what they call their John on some, oh God, it's not so nice to be a John. Sorry. Yeah, so, no, recently someone sent me old pictures from the early 90s from the mountain, very pure, whatever, like a desert and thing. And they burned everything, the grass and thing. Wow, that was my mountain. Now this green bullshit there, looking as every other fucking mountain. It's not Arunachal anymore. So if I would meet John Button, making great.
When Ramana was there, wasn't it more forested then?
When?
When Ramana...
No, it was totally blank.
Was it?
Absolutely. Desert-like. Look at the old pictures of him walking around Arunachal. Always nothing is there. No bush, nothing. That's all.
Needs a bit of a bushfire then.
May there be a bushfire.
Because in Australia, if after bushfire, it's amazing.
I would not care about Australian bushfires. I want to have it in Arunachal.
But you can have an Australian bushfire in Arunachal.
No, will not
Possibly.
happen. Will not
I mean,
happen.
it was
The forest thing is too strong. No one can walk. No one can make anything.
Well, they could make a fire.
No, we have to send you. She's a terrorist. I don't have these ideas. Making fire on Arunachal.
It'd get rid of a lot, actually.
What?
No, it's okay, I'll stop.
Yeah. I start something and she continues.
Yeah.
Unstoppable Shelley.
No, I'm not. I'm stoppable these days. Maybe.
Have a stopover.
Stop over.
Yeah, something else from my story.
No, I was just going to say, because you were talking about light was the last...
It's the first and the last illusion.
So can that also be said for awareness and knowing?
Yeah, it is awareness. The light of awareness.
Yep.
The beginning of the dream, awareness, and the end of the dream.
Seeing and looking.
Yeah, no, the para-Brahman, the absolute seer, the first seer he has experienced is awareness, the I. But before the I is I, without I. Then comes
Without
I.
Without I.
Yeah, the I without I. Then comes I. And then comes I. Like reflection of I. But the first mirror would be awareness. But the mirror is not real. It's just a mirror. But you take the mirror as real. The mirror is just a mirror, reflection of what you are. And the mirror it's not pure enough to reflect you really. You cannot, even in the purest awareness, you cannot know yourself or you cannot see yourself. It's already destruction. It's already blur. So even light is not pure enough. Even light, the pure light, is not pure enough for you. Because what you are doesn't need to be pure to be what it is. And that what needs to be pure is not pure enough. So that what is purity doesn't have any idea of purity. Doesn't need to be pure. Like the same as peace. Peace doesn't know any peace. And the peace you can experience in whatever awareness or I am-ness is second-hand. It's fleeting as everything. And the peace you are, you cannot lose. And you cannot gain. So there is fearlessness. There is no fear anymore, because what you are, you cannot forget, you cannot remember. So there is no need. There's a satisfaction of a different way. That your fact, there's like a rock, and so sound which can never be shaken or anything. But everything else you can doubt. So even life you can doubt. Awareness, it's all doubtful. But there can be doubtful experiences you have to be. Without your being what you are, there is not even a doubt of existence. So that there can be a doubter. What is the doubter? The nature of the doubter has to be prior to the doubter. With and without doubter. So what you are never needs any confirmation. And that what needs confirmation, which needs to be firm, it's fake. So that is like a pointer to that. So you have to reduce yourself to the absolute abstract. You abstract everything. Whatever can be abstracted, all love and ideas of awareness, whatever you can name and frame, you have to abstract. Reduce it to zero. Reducing it to Even the reducer gets reduced. The abstractor gets abstracted. And you remain still as what you are. Because that you cannot take away anymore. But whatever can be dropped needs to be dropped. That you can just be that nakedness itself. And then, okay, you can dress again. But then you dress without any, it doesn't matter if you're dressed or undressed. Undress? Yeah, one is so conditioned normally by ideas and by books and by masters and scriptures and all of that, how it should be and how you have to be. It's not easy to get independent from it. And it's really like catching it's hypnotizing you permanently. You permanently get hypnotized by ideas, by concepts. Love is you get hypnotized, just ideas hypnotizing you. And then you're longing for it, and it's already suffering because you're always missing it, and all of that. So it's more punishment, this idea of love. Punished by all of that. Highest truth, and then you want to have the highest truth because your love goes for the highest. Oh. And I don't take less as the highest. And I go so deep that I reach the highest. Nee. When I have it, I bring it to you. I share it with you. Yeah, there are many people who sit somewhere on a chair and want to share their experience, how they did it. I did it my way, your way. So whatever you can share, it cannot be it. Your nature cannot be shared. To who? Who do you want to convince? For what? What can you give? Shit you can give. The transmission of shit. Only shit can be transmitted. So even Shakti, you can transmit light, but it's compared to what you are, it's all shit. Because hit cannot be transmitted. Hit is the name for knowledge. Knowledge is not possible to transmit. Only ignorance can be transmitted. That's why in India it's quite, hit is knowledge and shit is shit. So the idea of Satchidananda is quite a thing. Everyone wants to have Ananda. But when there is Ananda, you are not there. When there is joy, there is no one there who can enjoy it. But you want to enjoy it. So you make it an object. What can you do? Because you're greedy. Out of love, you want to enjoy it. And then this idea of love, if I cannot enjoy it, if I cannot experience it, why should I go for it? Well, I'm not here for nothing. I go only for the highest. It's unconditional love. I don't want conditional love. No, I am not. No, it's not for me. I want unconditional. You have to love me anyway, otherwise I don't like you anymore. Good. Anasuya, huh? Do you talk to Johannes like that too?
He talks to me like that sometimes.
You see?
Yeah.
If you don't love me, if I'm smoking and stinking. Yes, Johannes, I love you anyway. Then you have your peace, huh? Okay, you can smoke in your room, you can smell.
What to do?
Yeah, what to do? Or you have to leave him. But that's too late. She just came to Berlin on the way to Yonder heute in Hamburg. Just to say hello to Johannes, because they were divorced for 2 years already or something. Just to say hello, Berlin, and want to say hello to me maybe or something. On the way to Hamburg.
Not to you.
Huh? No, but by the way, maybe even have a coffee with me. Whatever. But Johannes. And since then she's living with him. 22 years, huh? Berlin. Tempel Herrenstraße. It's Temple.
I wanted to leave after 2-3 days and I pulled my suitcase.
Yeah.
And I was completely powerless. I wanted to, and
could not.
The suitcase was, if I looked you, when I saw you days ago coming, I would stay where I am too. So many luggage. It's really just in case. I thought she wanted to move to Cambodia. She said, oh, but it was cold in Paris. She was 3 hours in Paris, but it was cold. I needed my whatever, and I was there.
It's snowing in Berlin.
See? But on the airport and on the plane too, or?
Yeah.
Just in case. Sounds good. And then you can understand it was heavy for her to move to Hamburg and John de Ruyter waiting for him to answer something.
That was very small.
Wow.
Very small bag.
Huh?
I had a very small suitcase. I just came for 3 days.
Yeah, but you came here for 6 days and it's...
It's a joke. It's a real joke.
Yeah, but how, if it's meant to happen, she could not move away from Berlin anymore. Now, stuck until the end of Anasuya. And she doesn't want to go back to Paris or France because now she started to hate France too. How could I ever be born in France? Yeah. The Germans are not so easy either. So, good. What else? Love. I cannot even pronounce it properly. It always sounds like laughing. I'm loving you. I'm laughing you. For me, hate is much easier to pronounce. I hate you anyway. And everyone smiles. Everyone is happy. Because that sets him free. If you tell someone I love you, he already feels imprisoned. Because then he thinks I have to behave that he likes me, that he still loves me tomorrow maybe. But hating is very freeing. I hate you anyway. Oh, okay. I can do whatever I like. No? You see, smiling. Hate is in the air.
There's always a little effort to look a little bit better, nicer.
Nicer?
Yeah, the feeling
That takes a lifetime.
Pardon?
That takes a lifetime
For?
to look a bit nicer. Corpses, they look good. Very relaxed. Everything. They are looking very nice. I have to bite them. Yeah. So, they look like babies, innocent again. Huh? Otherwise you need so much makeup.
I mean, like one is behaving without filter. I think nobody likes me because I'm just.
Look at me.
I'm not nice.
Now look at me. I try my best.
It doesn't work.
That no one likes me, and yeah, you should try that too. Oh, you will be surprised. Yeah, it's crazy. When you're straight and unfiltered, people like you more. Because they can behave as they are. They don't have to pretend either. You set them free. Otherwise you put them in a prison to be nice. When you are nice, they have to be nice. Oh, fuck him, it's nice today.
But you lose your friends also.
Huh?
You lose the friends you don't have.
You're afraid that you lose friends you don't have.
Why?
Yeah, you never had any friends.
Yes.
But you're afraid to lose them.
Yeah.
Yeah. How stupid can it get, huh?
Really.
Friends, who needs friends, huh? I like enemies. Straight enemies. Friends, you have to be careful. With enemies, you can be free. Hit them when you meet them. Friends, you have to embrace. I'm not a hugger. I'm a hacker. What the heck? Good. Yeah, what else? I have so many YouTube on somewhere, huh? So many videos, mamma mia. I should stop talking.
You talked, you mentioned Satchitananda. Can you share something about that?
Yeah, normally they put it together like that. You have to be self enjoying self. Sat, hit the knowledge of self, being enjoying the joy of the self in the knowledge of itself. As if the self has to know itself to enjoy itself. So it's like a misunderstanding. Satchitananda, they put it in one line. Normally you have to make it 3 different names for the self. Self is self, finished. Sat. Sat. Or it's Chit, knowledge. Or Ananda. But if you put it together, you make it like as it belongs together, and it has to be, the self has to be in the knowledge, can only be happy in the knowledge of itself. So it makes it relative. It's like a dependency, that happiness can only be in the knowledge of itself. So the self is by nature, cannot be not the self. Sat, finished. Or Chit, knowledge. Or Ananda, finished, joy. But it's never the joy of the self by knowing itself, or the knowledge of the self. Because that is normally, people interpret it like that. That you have to know yourself to be enjoying yourself. No. The self enjoys itself by being joy, and doesn't need to enjoy itself. And the knowledge doesn't need to know knowledge. And the Sat doesn't need to know the Sat. It is Sat. There is no need of anything. No necessity at all. In the slightest sense, no necessity of anything. No need. But if you put it together like Satchitananda, it becomes a needy one. And it is not.
Self cannot know itself anyway.
It knows itself by being itself. The knowledge is the knowledge of being knowledge, but not knowing what it is. It would never pronounce itself as knowledge. So there is no pronouncing of it. It's a pointer to it. So in that knowledge there is no knower. In Ananda there is no enjoyer. And in Sat there is no self. All of that is the absolute absence of any necessity to be or not to be anything. Neither being present or absence or anything. Being absolute in spite of whatever you can imagine. Being that what is always in spite. So even the word Sat or Chit, Ananda, doesn't be known by that. It's just another pointer to it, maybe. So as you are in deep, deep sleep, you are Sat. And that what is self, there is no knowledge of the self. It is just, or not. It doesn't even have to be. That's it. The absolute even doesn't need to be absolute to be the absolute. If an absolute is necessity of being absolute, it would not be absolute. It can be even relative. It can be whatever. It doesn't need to be absolute. And that is absolute. No need to be absolute, that's absolute. And that what needs to be absolute is not absolute. Fuck it, huh? And love doesn't need love. You call it love, but it's just another name of something. It really gives a love, what's love? It opens the heart. So what I'm trying is making tabula rasa, taking everything, reducing you to the fucking nothing. Not even nothing. Not even nothing is too much. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And when you are totally absolutely zero, nothing to gain, nothing to lose, there is the freedom you are looking for. Naturally. That's not a state. That is just your nature. So what to do? I try my best to cut. KARL Cutter. But are you standing now there?
It's busy.
It's busy.
Toilet.
Aha. Satchitananda there. Waiting for getting rid of. But the only way to get rid of everything that you see, you fail to get rid of anything. Failing to get rid of anything, and then being in spite of getting rid. That is getting rid of the idea of getting rid. Understood? Easy, yeah? So seeing, you fail always that you change something, that you make emptiness or you make whatever, make it clear or something. That is always that you fail. You never succeed in it. And then okay, then may it be as it is. And then suddenly it's all gone, just by nature. So it's the same with the ego or your phantom in front of you, wakes up in the morning. You try your best to get rid of it and you fail. Even when there's nothing, there's one me too many. There's always one too many. Even when there's none, there's one none too many. Even the none. Nani, my nani. So that's why Buddha, we are in the Buddha place here, like whatever. You have to, the middle path is neti-neti actually. That's an Indian neti-neti. You are neither that or not that. You don't know if you are that or you are not that. You are love, you have no idea if you are love or not love, or hate or anything. Not knowing what you are and what you're not. That is like your living, your life living, without any idea which is more or less or anything higher, lower or whatever. It's just as it is, or not.
Could you then say it's nothing and everything?
That's already too much. That is oneness again. And when you create oneness, there's separation again. Both come together. Oneness and two-ness comes together. So in oneness you create two-ness, because then you already didn't want to make out of two one. So there's a necessity that you see both is one. But who needs to see that? And who has to understand that? Again, me. There's an understanding, one who understands that nothing is everything and everything is nothing. And that he is very proud. That he understood that everything is nothing. All is oneness. But when there's oneness, you separate again. There can only be oneness when there's separation. It always comes together. So you're neither oneness or separation, neither. Totally neti-neti, not knowing what you are and what you're not. Neither oneness or separation. And you're in spite of both, not because of anything. If it's there or not there, in the presence or absence of anything, you are. That's what you cannot not be. And that's the only thing what counts. But what you can count, you can forget. But that what counts cannot be counted. So be that what counts, but not that what can be counted. Oneness can be counted, separation, all what awareness, everything can be counted, but that what counts everything, you never count. Without that absolute counter you are, there can nothing be counted. So without that, it's like the 10th man, this story. Everyone, oh, we're only 9, where is we missing one? And then one has to come, oh, there's an, oh, we are complete again. It's the same. So, just be with and without whatever you can imagine. That's right anyway. That's the easiest. Every night you are by nature. In deep, deep sleep you have no fucking idea if you exist or not. What is awareness or anything? All this word of love and blah, 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 all this higher, lower is all gone. And still you are. So what's the problem? You're already the master. Every night you drop everything and you remain as you are. And then when you wake up, the phantom wakes up and wants to collect something special. Let him let him be special. You can be generous like hell because it doesn't matter for you. If he is clear or not clear, if he is enlightened or not enlightened, oh, today he thinks he's enlightened, oh, wonderful. Tomorrow he will be down again. Wonderful. Then you wake up as an enlightened one. Oh, I'm alive. or unawakened, awakened. Oh, junkie. Oh, today junkie. Today lover. Or today is a hater. Yesterday he was married and today is he divorced. What is better? Oh, better having no idea. So you can be very generous, and it's a natural acceptance of everything, but no active acceptance. You don't have to have an active acceptance. You don't have to tolerate anything. There's no need for tolerating anything. It is anyway as it is. And you will never be tolerated enough. There's never be enough acceptance. So accept that there will never be enough acceptance. So what is there to do? You always fail. But trying to accept life and things, then you're fucked already. Then you're involved, then it controls you. And then you will feel your limits and your borders and your limitation. Just accept that you will never accept anything. And no need for acceptance. No? It's not so bad. So I'm talking about the absolute advantage, not to need one. Not even an idea of advantage. Otherwise, every advantage is a disadvantage, because you are somebody who needs an advantage. That's already a disadvantage. The idea of needing an advantage, like enlightenment, advantage of enlightenment. Wow, what a dependency, huh? Imagine the absolute needs to be enlightened to be the absolute. What fucking absolute would it be? Huh? Imagine the absolute has to wake up to be the absolute. Another fucking relative absolute. Wow, and you want to be a relative, or you want to be that what is neither? I asked you innocently. Jim, huh? What do you want to be? Not Jim, I know. That you can ask everyone. What do you want to be? Not that one, no. Otherwise you would not sit here. I have enough of me. Face in me. I want to get rid of me. Yeah, cool. Anything from
where?
Porta Westfalica, Porto. The gateway of Europe, Portugal. Die Galle der Nation. Die Galle. Gallenstein. Gallstones from Portugal, Lisboa. Ah, yeah. Yeah.
I see that I have so much self-importance. Now, is there really any difference between me and an ant and a flea and a parasite?
Yeah, there is a difference of size. Or not? You're a bit bigger. There are always differences. So for me, I enjoy the differences, but they don't make a difference. That's all, because the nature never makes any difference. Life is living itself as an ant as it's living you. So you're being lived by life as an ant is lived by life. So even the self-importance is part of life living itself in self-importance. There's nothing right or wrong in it. I have no problem with it. How can one not be self-important? Huh? Trying not to be self-important, being it's even worse. Fuck it. I'm not self-important. I have no importance. I'm nothing. That's the biggest arrogance you can pronounce. That's why I'm hitting on all these nothings. Moochies and Robert Adams and all. You are nothing, I am nothing, we are all nothing. This special nothing. Wow. Be important. Be Napoleon, Bonaparte. Be as arrogant as you can be. Doesn't matter. In German it's called arrogance, then you are ganz. not half. So if you are, be absolute arrogant, be absolute self-important, but be absolute, not half important. Maybe be absolute half important, it's okay too. No, what I'm pointing out, you cannot not be absolute. Whatever you are absolute. If you're mediocre, you are absolute mediocre. If you are whatever, absolute special, you're absolute special. If you're not special, you're absolute not special. But you cannot not be absolute. It's always, every moment is absolute. Every experience is an absolute experience. It can only be absolute. Absolute stupid. Why being half stupid? Enjoy to be absolute stupid. If you're ignorant, be absolute ignorant. If you know, absolute know. If you don't know, absolute. No, I just point out you cannot not be absolute. Impossible. You imagine not to be absolute, but it's an absolute imagination not to be absolute. Uninterrupted. It's fucking, it's a totally, no escape, no way out. You cannot not be absolute. Bah! Huh? Melen?
Yeah,
When you're Spanish, be absolute Spanish.
it's too much.
Too much?
Absolute
Catalan?
Or Mallorquin. I was born in Palma.
It's very keen. The Mallorquins are very keen.
Yeah.
Absolute keen. Mallorquin. They're very proud. There's a real...
Ramakrishna used to cry when he used to cry to extremes. Like
Yeah.
lot of crying, unbelievable crying.
Yeah. If you cry, cry. If you laugh, laugh. If you fuck, fuck. Don't cry when you fuck. Well, some maybe crying out loud. Yeah. No, it's just a point and no way out. You cannot help it. You have to live you are the life who is living itself every moment absolutely, in whatever sense. Every sensation is an absolute sensation of life. And you cannot be not absolute. Because the absolute life is what you are, and you are eternal. So you are eternally, absolutely life living itself in all possible ignorance. Because whatever you can experience is ignorance, but it's an absolute ignorance, because knowledge cannot be experienced. So you absolutely realize yourself in lies. That's why it's called real lies. You realize yourself in lies. You become a liar lying to yourself. You can only lie to yourself. Whatever you tell yourself is a lie. So you rely on lies all the time, but absolute lies. The absolute liar telling absolute lies to himself. Because knowledge cannot be pronounced. Fantastic, huh? Truth can never be fixed or defined or anything. So whatever can be defined is a lie. So the definer is a lie, the defining is a lie, what can be defined is a lie. But it's an absolute definer, image, absolute fine lies. What a fine lie. And love is a one wonderful lie. Everyone is jumping around about love and longing and love and opening. Oh. Become opera singers. Love. Everyone is a running brothel. Yeah, selling the ideas of love.
Running a brothel.
Yeah, running brothels, running around like and selling, I can satisfy you with my love.
Running a brothel.
Yeah, running brothel. No, they are running brothels. Not running a brothel, that's your case. Ah. That's
good, I like it.
then your income is good. Then you have an outcome with your income.
It's all business.
Yeah, it's all business anyway, but a mother of a brothel is always collecting a lot. No, it's in a way you are the joy house, like a Freudenhaus, like a joy house, and you are your own whore, and your own prostitute, and your own pimp. Yeah, I mean it. You're the pimp of yourself, and you let your horse run for whatever, and you think it can win or being successful horse. But very nice prostitute today. Toot 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 toot. Prostitute. And you open up for love. Stretching out. Yes, please. You get a prostitute for truth. You become a seeker, and something is really, and then you do it for. Wow. And you think you have to justify it because I'm fucking for truth. This is what's called what is the sex tantra, sex tantra, sex for truth. Or John de Ruyter, some inner voice tells me maybe I should have sex tonight.
John de Ruyter.
Yeah. It's scandal again. Shanti Devi was there. She was embarrassed. She told me, I ran away when I saw how his technique. Sounds good, huh? And some higher voice tells me.
I'll be going to jail.
And then the girls, if the higher voice wants it, it's not him.
Just in case.
Yeah. In German it's called ich schäme mich fremd. Fremdschämen. But there's no difference. Johnny is not different from anyone. So if you see things like that, you see yourself. Bah.
Another John.
Yeah.
We're collecting them tonight.
Johnny. It's a Johnny collection.
I was married to a Jonathan once.
Once, not twice. I was married to a Jonathan. Jonathan. Yeah, so what else can we make fun about? It's all about your jokes. You're telling all the jokes, you're living your joke. You're the joker, the absolute joker, telling all the jokes and not laughing about your own jokes. That's the problem. You're creating your own joke and then you don't even laugh about it. Laughing.
When the sun is shining, then the flower reaches towards the sun and opens. Is there not some similar process with the human being?
No. They should all go to the sun.
What is the sun?
If they come closer, they burn. They're gone. It's like in India they say if the inner sun is rising, it burns you out. So it's a burning of the inner sun, but it's the same longing. But you cannot provoke the sun to rise. The sun will rise when the sun is rising. It's by grace. And if the inner sun is rising, it burns the person just like an ice cube is gone. Was never existing. But without the rising of the inner sun, nothing happens. So the inner sun has to be triggered in a way. But you cannot trigger it. Ramana called it initiation of the inner sun or the light. It needs to be initiated by something. And if it's initiated, then it's anyway, your days are counted, they say. But you never know. So you don't know when it will happen, but it will rise. Sooner or later it will rise. And when the inner sun is rising, it burns you to ashes. That's why you go to ashrams. That's why they're called ashram. So you don't meditate yourself away, the inner sun already is burning, and then you go to a place where you can make your sadhana or something, where you can burn in peace. You burn down to peace. Ashes to ashes. So all your ideas, all your things get burned into the, if that sun, in that shine of the inner sun, of that what you call truth or anything, no ignorance can stay. No concept can survive. So there is no survivor left. It gets really down to tabula rasa, to the nitty-gritty of anything. But without the inner sun rising, you can make so many techniques and so many trials and things. It's futile. But if that is there, that's called grace. By grace, it's rising and shining, and then it burns everything by nature away, but not by effort. So it's the same like if you go with your body too close to the sun, like Icarus or something, flying to the sun, you will be burned down to ashes. But it's a long way to the sun. You better let the inner sun do the work.
After the flower comes the fruit. So what's the fruit?
There is no fruit in it.
No seed.
No, there is no harvesting.
Right.
You will be the harvester who doesn't need to harvest anything to be satisfied. Because the harvester is not hungry for anything. He doesn't need any fruit to eat or anything. It's always satisfaction, without any need for eating anything or knowing anything. So you are the fruit who can only make you satisfied, yourself. But it's not something coming out of something. So only what you are can satisfy you, which is already there. You just have to abide in it. Take a bite in yourself and you will be satisfied. That's called self-abidance. And only yourself can satisfy you, nothing else. There's everything else is satisfaction. And fiction cannot satisfy you. Only what is the nectar of what you are can give you the sweetness of your honeymoon. I can make good, nice words too. But I can destroy them too. The thing is, one can make it a nice, whatever, like a romantic thing, but at the end you have to kill it too, the whole thing. Just to tempt you, it's just like give you the direction that only to be what you cannot not be is the fruit who can make you satisfied. And there is no other satisfaction as being what you are. Being more than sound, unmovable, never changing anything. Anything else is just, by the way, tea time, cookies.
But what about grace then? What is grace?
Grace is what you are. And you're waiting for grace to come. That is really like a joke. You are grace by nature and you wait for grace to come. You think it's somewhere outside, it comes from master or from inside. Grace has no inside and out. You are by nature grace. And just by being what you are, that is the rising of the inner sun. By being that sun you are, that what is ever shining, and not the light. You're not the sunshine, you are the sun who is shining, but not the shining. You are the sun who is shining. It's like you're not the awareness, you are that what creates awareness. So the awareness is the light of the sun, but not the sun. Don't mix it up. So be the sun itself. And by just being the sun, you burn everything away. There is no concept left, because me cannot stay there. And without a me, there is no, what is there? No world, no universe, nothing. It needs always the first eye, the root eye. Without the root eye, there is no universe, there is nothing what you can imagine without that one. Whatever only remains is what you are. That's what is sun. And it's like life, and then life living is sun and shining. So you are the sun who is permanently shining, absolutely shining. And not. So there's a difference between sun and shine. You are in shining and in not shining, the sun, who is in presence, shining, and in absence, not shining. But you are not the absence and you are not the presence. There is only presence and absence because you are the sun who has the presence and the absence. I can talk forever like that. But so you wanted to know it. What's the grace? And you always wait for someone else. Then I say, put your hand and bless yourself. I mean it. It's not a joke. To be what you are is the absolute blessing. So bless yourself. No one else can give you the blessing of being what you are. It cannot be given. It cannot be taken away. So bless yourself absolutely by being that what never needs to be blessed by anything. That's a blessing, not needing to be blessed by anything. So, bless out. Sure. So what to do? But I know maybe in the beginning everyone is like straw, looking for some help. Help me, help me, help me. But it's all second-hand something. You're always looking for, and no one can help you. You have to fail and you go, for sure, because you're hungry. But no one can satisfy you. No one can give you that what you're looking for. Then you become a leftover. You fail and the master fails. Everyone failed. And that's the best what can happen. They all fail on you. They could never change you, they can never give you anything. All the nice experiences they maybe produce and Shakti paths and all the peace around them, it's all fake. It's all relative peace. It's all some generated from whatever you can feel, whatever is not the peace you're looking for. The peace you are doesn't need peace, doesn't need to experience peace, it doesn't need harmony. That harmony and Shanti you can experience is Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. But what you do, you're looking everywhere because you are lost in a way. You feel lost and saying, so I cannot blame you. You want to find a home, but there is no home for you. I can only tell you. This homelessness is your nature, and what you are doesn't need a home, and that what needs a home is what? My little phantom needs a home. I need a cushion where I lay my head. But what to do? And everyone wants love. Everyone wants attention, and every phantom needs love. And this one, love would be the best attention. And love. Oh, yeah. Who to blame? Hungry little souls. Give me attention. And even negative attention is good enough. So beat me. Confirm that I exist. Because your little phantom needs permanent confirmation. Good or bad doesn't matter. Someone has to give attention to me. And I will misbehave, or I behave good. You only behave good because you want to have good attention, and if it doesn't work, you behave bad, that will give you bad attention. Anasuya? Yeah. You're all experts in it. The inner child wants to be recognized. We have in Tiro now a restaurant called Inner Child. 5th floor. Tiro right now is anyway a circus. It became a circus again after Corona. Now it was for 3 years wonderful. No one could come. There were many people, but you meet some Westerns and say, there's no one here. It's crazy, huh? Indians don't count for Westerners. There's no one here. I haven't seen anyone today. Isn't it? I think I tell you, these Western seekers, you can beat them up whenever you meet them. This arrogance, it's amazing. Indians don't exist for them. It's crazy. No one here. Haven't seen anyone. Only 100,000 Indians. Good. So, what else? Seekers.
Will we all one day have the realization you had in the cave? Unnatural?
No, it will be different. But what you call your personality or your ignorance will be gone, will be burnt out. In whatever way. You cannot, you shouldn't compare it to anything. It will happen by especially unique. It's always unique. It's never, you can never compare. Everyone has a unique journey. So there's a unique beginning and unique ending. There's a story which is always unique. It's never twice the same. So don't compare it with someone or anything. It will always be unique. And only that journey, which has a beginning and end. But in the beginning, you were already before the beginning, and you will be what you are at the end. So why not being it now? And not waiting to the end of the journey, but you may say death of the body or enlightenment or anything. Why waiting for enlightenment? Just be what you are now. Why waiting? For what do you wait? Postponing it? If I would be enlightened and awakened, then I would be, then. Good excuse, huh? It's always postponing, just to survive. Maybe tomorrow, or next week, or if I have that experience, and then if I go there, then I will. But if I have not that experience of Ramana, I have to wait for it. I have to have the same experience of Ramana, otherwise I cannot be quiet. I have to search and search and search. And Ramana never searched before or what? He just said, death coming and experiencing life. Who knows what will happen with you? You have a total unique experience, which just cuts your head. Chop. So I cannot. It will happen. But if you know that it happens anyway, just you can now relax. You cannot make it earlier. It's already done. What you're waiting for? If it's already done, it will happen anyway. Just enjoy until then anyway, what is. But you want to have it now, maybe. Or sooner as possible, huh? Cannot wait for it. In Taoism they say it's like a farmer who goes out and goes to the grass and tries to pull the grass and make it grow faster. It grows as it's natural growing, and then you can cut it. Then Yama will come and cut you. And the fruit is ripe. Like an apple, if you pluck it too early, then it's sour and doesn't taste. You have to be ripe for it. Or not. Nice concept. Now I have to destroy it again. If you wait to be ripe enough, you will wait forever. Whoa. Mon chéri. No, you are eaten by yourself, moment by moment, sour or not. Sunny days.
I've seen some of the paintings made by you. Is painting and talking, how similar or different is it?
I think I can talk better. If you ask me. My talent of talking is for me more than the painting. Painting is, I'm always frustrated afterwards. Never good enough. But talking, I don't care. But painting is really like, it's something there, you can see it, I think. But talking is just like empty words, they don't count anyway. But the paintings, then you make a statement. Yeah, and then I hate it. Then I look into the nature and I say, fuck. I'm really not Actually, I started with zero, like minimalism. Only black and very reduced things. But then I became colorful. Outbreak. I have no idea. I really hate to paint. If I don't have to paint, I'm happy.
You have to paint?
Yeah, when I have to paint, I have to paint. If I have to talk, I have to talk.
Have to.
Yeah. How can I resist?
It's almost like when we have to go, we have to go to go.
Yeah,
Same way.
absolutely the same. If you have to go to the toilet, you have to go. If you don't go, you may explode. Shit happens. It's a nice story of Nisargadatta. They asked him, if there's nothing you can tell us and there's no advantage of listening to you, why are you still talking? If there's nothing to teach, nothing to get out of it, there's no transmitting anything, why are you still talking? And what do you think what he would answer?
Well, it didn't mean anything not talking. So
No, that is no, he said, imagine you have a bladder, you drink, like you get knowledge from somewhere, you have something, your bladder is full, so you better go peeing. For him it was like talking. So I better let it out and spit it out before I get under pressure there. So I agree with him. I tried for a few months I tried not to talk anymore. I said, fuck it, I stopped that bullshit. It doesn't help anyone, it's not needed, anything. Why should I talk? And I could not sleep anymore. Fuck. So then, I said, okay, let's try one talk again. Instantly I could sleep again. Fuck. So I only talk that I can sleep. Totally selfish. You think I talked about you? For you? No, I talk that I can sleep. Seriously.
Yeah, that energy it comes out, it can be seen, that energy.
Yeah, it has to be expressed. Otherwise it gets stuck and then you cannot sleep anymore. Fuck. It's not an advantage, I tell you. Bloody grace. Yeah, in England they say if you're gifted, you have to perform. So, it seems like I'm gifted to pronounce something what normally cannot be pronounced. I know. I like to listen to like to listen. I enjoy listening to what I say. If I would not do that, I could not. So there's a joy of talking and joy of listening. That I can only is the only where you maybe tune in to that joy of talking and joy of listening. It doesn't matter what it is. So in that sense, I better enjoy it and let it out. So it seems like I'm gifted, so I have to perform. If I don't perform, it kicks my ass. I get constipated. And before I get constipated, I rather talk.
But can you not enjoy it?
What?
Talking.
No, the moment I start talking, I enjoy it. Maybe before, I say, I have to go there. And there's this Shelley, and she's always talking to talk again. I have to
It is
make
said
that
that
one.
any kind of release from the body gives joy. Like you exercise and you sweat, it gives joy. You laugh, you cry, it's a release. Any kind of thing comes out from the body.
No, but for me it's only talking.
Yeah, like that's what it gives a.
For me, talking is like peeing. It's like when you pee, it's total joy of peeing, or when you go to the toilet. It's the biggest joy every day, that you get rid of that. The moment you cannot, there is just joy. No, it's like. No, everyone has a special gift. Some are gifted by listening, some are gifted by whatever thing. Everyone is gifted with a different gift. And then you have to perform. If you go against it, you suffer. That's all. If you resist, resistance is pain. But if you have to resist, if you're gifted to resist and you don't resist, it's maybe the same pain. No idea. So, performance. For me, this is art. This is art. This is informal art. You put something into form, but normally cannot be put into form. Like an informal of art. Producing some, whatever, fantasy. Then you can enjoy it, because it's an art, an artificial expression of art.
I felt it because in all the 3 talks which happened, there was always a feeling of completion. Like somehow that's why I felt like a performance, that there is a feeling of completion towards the end, always each of the talks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Then the energy goes down and it's completed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have an exact time frame. Yeah. I'm German. But sometimes I cannot stop. Fuck. And people don't tell me what's the time. So, last question, because I watched the long. Evening talks always, everyone is a bit already in bed, thinking about what will I dream tonight. Switzerland, last question in your book.
Don't have any right now.
You didn't write down anything more. Then we have to go to Australia.
No question, just gratitude for being in the space, that's all.
For what?
Gratitude, just to feel and be
No.
present.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just have this video in front of me of Muchi. It says, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes I really think he's like who is running a kindergarten? The nurse? Schwester? Sister? No, whatever. No. Don't thank yourself, then it's enough. Because
It feels really special. It's like there is no other world anywhere else. It's just this is.
yeah, but I said before, like when you are somewhere and there is no tendency to go away, like with your imagination or something, then you are just there. Then you're complete here. And then it's okay. And then there's no world, there is nothing, there's just okay. Okay. So, but sometimes when you watch a movie or something, and then you already think about what to do after that. And then it's maybe. Yeah, okay. Thank you for coming, and I thank you more when you go.
Have a good sleep.
No. I wish you a pleasant nightmare. Have a good nightmare, because nice dreams are worthless. Nightmares, they have some power. Being shaken by, being hunted by lions or snakes in your bed or rats knocking on you or
Fire all over.
back butts. The most common fear, bed bugs. Bugs Bunny. No, I like nightmares. Because this is a nightmare. Huh? Or not? And you want to turn the nightmare into a nice dream. That's the problem. It will always be a nightmare. Come on. To exist is a nightmare. Huh? That you have to exist, that you have a body, that you have to breathe, that you have to eat, that you have to go to... It's a permanent nightmare. And no way out. I like it. So get used to it. The nightmare had no beginning, no end. It's a nightmare that you have to experience whatever can be experienced, an infinite nightmare of life. Yeah. Have fun.
Thank you.
Okay. Have whatever you have, don't think on me. Okay, bye-bye. Good night.